But my focus this evening is on the big picture that has emerged first in Jammu and Kashmir. A hung assembly in the crucial state. Right at the top is the People's Democratic Party. In the 87-member assembly, they've got 28 seats. The BJP has got 25. Its best ever performance, but it is still well short of that 44, Mission 44 that they once spoke about. At number 3 and 4 are two parties who decided to split ahead of the polls, the National Conference with 15, the Congress with 12. So really now in Jammu and Kashmir, the big question is who will form a government in the state?
With a fragmented verdict, the race for Jammu and Kashmir's crown has only got hotter. Be it PDP, BJP, NC or the Congress, every political party is hoping to capitalize on their poll numbers. While the permutations and combinations in the 87-member assembly are multiple, it may all boil down to who makes the first move. The post-poll arithmetic is complicated. All eyes are on the PDP. Can the PDP and BJP combine forces? They have worked together in the past, but can they bury their differences on key issues? It may not be impossible for the BJP and the NC to come together. Is Omar Abdullah waiting for a call from the BJP president? He has certainly not ruled out any options, and neither has the BJP.
I'm not approaching anybody, but that doesn't stop anybody from approaching me. I have kept whatever options. I have not closed any option. But I'm not going to be picking up the phone and calling anybody.
We are in the process of exploring the possibilities, exploring the formations, and we will do what is best for the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
सारे ऑप्शन भारतीय जनता पार्टी के खुले हैं. सारे ऑप्शन का मतलब होता है सभी तरह के ऑप्शन हमारे लिए खुले हैं.
The lotus may be blooming in Jammu, but not quite in the valley. BJP's Mission 44 Plus has flopped, but the party is still eyeing Jammu and Kashmir's top post. Will the PDP or the NC choose pragmatism over idealism? In politics, there is little that's impossible. With Shujaul Haq in Srinagar, Shujoy, Headlines Today.
Okay, the big question, who will form the next government in J&K? And I'm going to give you three scenarios that we are plotting at the moment. The three likely scenarios over the next 24 hours. Take a look at scenario number 1. When you look at these numbers, 87 seats. These are the three scenarios that I believe are possible at the moment. Option 1 is the BJP and NC, 25 and 15 of the National Conference comes to 40. The others are 7. Now, out of these others, 2 belong to the Jammu and Kashmir People's Conference of Sajjad Lone, which has already said that they would be ready to reach out to the BJP. So 40 plus 2 becomes 42. There are also at least 3 other independents who we have identified who we believe could go with this alliance, making it 45, possibly even as much as 47. So this is one option, BJP reaching out to Omar Abdullah. Second option, and this is the option that many believe could well be the first thing that the BJP will try at the moment. The BJP and the PDP are together a very large number. Others are 7, but they may not even need the others. If they go with the others, they're as much as 60. You would have a strong, stable government. And reports that we are getting, the breaking news that we are getting is that you could possibly have a situation where these parties come together and form a government based on a 3-year rotational formula. That's one offer that could be made by the BJP today. The third option, and this is the third possible option, which is the preferred option we are told at the moment of the PDP itself. 28 of the PDP, 12 of the Congress, others are 7. Now, of these others, one is Mr. Tarigami. He's of the CPIM, so he's going to go with this arrangement, but that only makes it 41. This arrangement needs 4 of the 7 independents, and that won't be easy at the moment. So it appears that this option is possible, but the first 2 options could be more likely purely in terms of numbers game. The question is, ideologically, can these governments come together? These are some of the questions that I've just posed a short while ago to Omar Abdullah, the Chief Minister or the outgoing Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Does Omar Abdullah see any possibility of tying up with the BJP? This is what I began by asking him. First, by asking Omar Abdullah why was he smiling so much this morning did he get a sense that despite the defeat, there was no loss of face after having only got 15 seats? Listen in to what Omar had to say on his defeat in Jammu and Kashmir.
No, I'm not clutching at any straws. Considering that in the aftermath of the floods, everybody who had an opinion about Jammu and Kashmir had written off the national conference. In fact, even before the floods, if you take the parliament results, we held 3 assembly constituencies. Therefore, to come from a position where we had 3 assembly constituencies in parliament to a situation where we have 15 of our own and 2 independents that we supported, I take a lot of satisfaction from that. So I'm not looking at it from 25 down to 17. I'm looking at it from 3 up to 17.
You know, you're saying 17 because you're adding 2 independents whom you're claiming are supporting NC. But Omar Abdullah, the interesting thing is that you're in a bit of a pickle now because your number plus the BJP and with the support of the independents allow you to cross the halfway mark. So are you suddenly now seriously planning a government with the BJP, a party which in the past you've said you will not go along with? Are you really ready to reach out to the BJP?
I'm not seriously planning anything. At this point in time, the onus of government formation does not rest with the National Conference. It rests primarily with the PDP and then after that with the BJP. As of now, there has been no communication with anybody. So, that's where we stand and that's it. Fortunately for us, I guess, the fact that the PDP has gone out and so aggressively sought to woo the BJP has made life a little easier for us because the PDP has kind of given this impression that the BJP is not untouchable. And therefore, if tomorrow, other than tying up with the PDP, if the BJP ties up with the NC, at least the PDP can't accuse us of tying up with a party that is untouchable.
But you know, somewhere it appears at the moment that you have carried out some kind of a secret whisper campaign to push the PDP on the defensive, almost to suggest that the PDP was in some kind of a clandestine pre-poll deal with the BJP and the design was that you would get the votes in the valley. Is it true that you have been creating a whisper campaign that the PDP and the BJP are in some kind of a clandestine arrangement?
Nah, Rajdeep, we don't run secret whisper campaigns. That's not my style. I mean, since I came into politics in '98, have you ever known me to run any sort of secret whisper campaign? No, whatever we had to say, we said openly. I've never been one to mince my words, not in the elections and not afterwards.
You know, I know you've not been in a position, you said you don't mince your words, and in fact, you didn't mince your words when in an interview to me 2 weeks ago, you said no question of any tie-up with the BJP. Now you seem to be suddenly warming up to the BJP. I'm told yesterday you gave a tweet saying Atal Bihari Vajpayee should have got the Bharat Ratna from the UPA government. I sense that Omar Abdullah is softening a bit towards the BJP.
No, my Bharat Ratna tweet had nothing to do with government formation. Come on, I mean, even you are sensible enough to know that governments don't get formed on the back of a single tweet. My tweet about the Bharat Ratna to Atal Bihari Vajpayee Sahab was based purely on my personal respect for him and the fact that his birthday is coming up. But it's not new. I mean, my father at that time was a member of the UPA Council of Ministers. He was a cabinet minister under Dr. Manmohan Singh when he was critical of the government of the day not awarding the Bharat Ratna to Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So I don't think those two issues need to be confused.
I'm not confusing issues. I'm just trying to get clarity from Omar Abdullah. Are you ruling out a possible government between the National Conference and the BJP?
Yeah, because I've learned, Rajdeep, that in politics, you rule things out at your own peril. I mean, the fact is, come on. I mean, look at my own experience. I had 28 MLAs in 2002. I opted not to form the government, and what happened? I mean, did I get any? I mean, do you get any marks for ideological politics here? No, you don't. With the same 28 MLAs, I formed a government in 2008, and I was declared a winner. So, I mean, as much as I'd like to believe that there are brownie points for taking an ideological position on matters like this, unfortunately there aren't. You guys only remember who forms the government. You don't remember anything else. And that's something I have to keep in mind.
You know, it appears that over time you've either become wiser or some will say more opportunistic. it almost seems that Omar Abdullah is happy to do any kind of power sharing arrangement, even with a party like the BJP, with which you've had ideological differences. Am I to understand that you want to be part of a power sharing arrangement, or you're happy to spend the next 6 years in opposition? Because let's be clear, with 15 out of 87 seats, the sense I would have got is that the people of Jammu and Kashmir have rejected you.
I'm 44. When the next time elections come about, I'll be 50. I'm definitely not playing a short-term game here. I don't have to worry about running out of time. I mean, that's a worry that some of the other politicians in this state have. I don't. And therefore, I'm telling you categorically that I'm not reaching out to anybody. That having been said, as a politician, it would be foolish on my part to say that my doors are closed to absolutely everybody. I have no problem. I mean, anybody is welcome to reach and to approach me. It's for my party to decide what they want to do.
Okay, Omar Abdullah there earlier today telling me, giving me a sense that he has all options open. Omar Abdullah, appreciate your joining us when I spoke to him earlier today. The other leader that I've just spoken to is Ram Madhav, the General Secretary of the BJP and the man who many believe was the secret brain behind the BJP's Mission 44. And I began asking him, how true is it that he had begun back-channel talks with both the PDP and NC to explore a government in Jammu and Kashmir? Listen in.
The party parliamentary board will be meeting tomorrow to take stock of the situation post-election results. Only after that, any formal initiative from our side will begin.
So that is
no decision has been taken about how to go about this whole situation now.
So that is formal. I'm asking at an informal level. Is it true informally the back channel talks have begun between you and the PDP in particular about some kind of three-year rotational chief ministership?
No, see, back channel, many people will be talking to each other, and these talks don't happen only after the results. Talks happen before the results also. Run up to the elections also, we talk with people.
Am I to understand that you are keeping all options open to form a government in Jammu and Kashmir?
Absolutely. When President Amit Shah ji said it in the press conference, he said it after due deliberations with the party leadership. The options to form a stable and development-focused government in Jammu and Kashmir is going to be our priority. We will try our best to, that was our commitment to the people during the run-up to the elections. We will try and do that.
Forming a government is a priority. In the process, are you willing to put aside your article of faith, Article 370 on the back burner, simply to be part of a government in Jammu and Kashmir? Because the parties like NC and PDP are deeply against this article. So are you willing to set aside those ideological differences?
The people of the state have given a very fragmented type of mandate. Now we offered to the people that we are here to give a development-oriented government. Now it is not just the responsibility of BJP alone. It is the responsibility of the other parties also equally to ensure that a good and stable government is put in place in this state. And towards that we will talk with all those parties, and then we will see what are their expectations from us, and they will also understand what are our expectations.
You know, the fact is, I heard Amit Shah talking about a Lokpriya government, a popular government. But please tell me, how is this popular government going to be formed in a state where, let's be clear, you have been wiped out in the valley and you've done well in Jammu. Exactly the opposite has happened with the National Conference and the PDP. So how will you form a government that looks at the aspirations of the people of both the regions of Jammu and Kashmir and indeed Ladakh, where again you have scored a 0?
No, firstly, we are the most popular party in the valley in terms of number of votes. We secured highest number of votes in the state. No, we have not. I'm sorry. We have not declined. Our vote share in Kashmir Valley also has gone up. It's another matter. I agree with you that I am a little disappointed about that we have not succeeded in winning a single seat there. Although we never thought that we would win so many seats there. We were hoping to win 1 or 2 seats, but we could not do that, and we will try and find out the reasons for that. But to say that this is a kind of a polarized result and all probably is far from the real situation there.
No, no, sir, it is,
For example, we could not win any seat even in Ladakh, although we
That's
have
right.
a member of parliament from there.
Sir, that is
And in Jammu, we have two Muslim candidates who won on BJP ticket.
Sir, but the fact is, you may say that it is not a polarized verdict, but that's what's happened. You lost your deposit in 33 of the 34 seats you contested in the valley. Now, somewhere when you talk of being part of the government, of giving a popular government, how are you going to give it? Because that will require some amount of give and take. It will require some amount of compromise. Are you ready to make those compromises? That's the question. And to what extent are you willing to go to form those, an ideal government to the people of Jammu and Kashmir?
On the issue of development, I think there should not be any difference of opinion. Now we will talk it out with those parties. We also have a major popular mandate in the state. They also have secured a mandate. So it is as much the responsibility of those parties as it is ours to make sure that we have a good government there.
Are you looking though for a deputy chief ministership, or are you looking for the chief ministership of Jammu and Kashmir? Is the BJP looking for a three-year chief ministership for Jammu and Kashmir between you and either the PDP and NC, like in the past they had arrangements with the Congress?
No, if there is a chief minister, there will be a deputy chief minister, remember. But who will be the chief minister, who will be the deputy chief minister, whether it is three years rotation or not, all these things, firstly our parliamentary board will decide tomorrow about how to go about it. Then we will discuss with possible partners.
Are you confirming to me today that the BJP is firm on being part of the Jammu and Kashmir government? I'm told, is that what the RSS has told the party to go ahead with? Go and make an effort to form a government in Jammu and Kashmir at all costs?
If you see the mandate, BJP has secured massive mandate in Jammu.
Yes.
Do you think that BJP can be excluded in any government that will be representative of the whole state?
You know, you're saying that. I'm going to ask you in conclusion, because the BJP likes this. Last time you said, or Narendra Modi, I think, said Amit Shah was the man of the match, and others said that Modi was the man of the series. Who is the man of the match in today's election as far as you are concerned? Is it Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, or Ram Madhav?
No, you see, Narendra Modi ji, you can't confine him to one state election. He is the leader of the whole country, and in Jammu and Kashmir, people are the man of the match. They decided to give a fragmented mandate. Every party hoped to do better. If you ask PDP leadership, they would say we expected to do better, and NC of course has done poorly. And we also expected to do a little better. We never thought that we would be confined to 25-26. We thought we will get more than 30.
Can I ask you, at the end of the day, your mission 44 has become mission 25. Will you agree or not? Or, because with the BJP at the moment, it appears you are on a roll you never accept. Anything can be less than what you expect. Has it been slightly below expectation?
No, you must remember. No, you must remember, Mission 44 will be a success the day we form the government.
Okay, Mission 44 will be a success the day we form the government. It appears almost as if Ram Madhav is suggesting that now tying up with the PDP or the NC will take them to 44. We'll wait and see what the BJP has in store with us. Remember, Mr. Madhav, there is that parliamentary board tomorrow. We'll wait and see what you do come tomorrow. Thanks very much for joining us. Let me introduce our panel, who's going to tell us what's going to happen in Kashmir, who've been with us right through the day. Mani Shankar Iyer, bravely with us, of the Congress Party. Seshadri Chari of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Gohar Gilani, senior journalist, is coming from the Valley. Manisha Priyam, senior academic, has been with us, and she's been tracking Jharkhand closely for us in particular. Also with us, our Anuradha Bhasin of Kashmir Times is with us to give us a Jammu perspective, and indeed the perspective of the state really of Jammu and Kashmir. Also, we'll be joined by more of our guests now. Joining us will be D.S. Rana, Sanjay Kaul, as well as Sanjay Jha. I'm going to get quick comments from all of you at the moment to government formation. In this segment, we want to look at government formation. What is going to be the shape of the government in Jammu and Kashmir as it stands at the moment? Quick, Gohar Gilani, you heard the two politicians from a valley perspective. Which is the most likely formation? Are we going to really see a formation which will include a major national party like the BJP tying up for the first time and being part of the government? Do you see the PDP or the NC being ready for it?
At least, when we heard what Muzaffar Hussain Beg had to say, I think he appeared more confident and, more pragmatic and more realistic in his approach. And I think he had calculated all these, possibility of a government formation in his mind, at least. I don't know whether there's a party consensus regarding that, but that, to my mind, from the Valley perspective, would be a disaster for the BJP in the next elections, for the PDP in the next election.
But you see at the moment the PDP desperate enough after 6 years out of power to go along with the BJP if it comes to that.
Yeah.
But you think it will be a disaster for the PDP
Political
to go?
suicide.
Political suicide. It will be political suicide to go along with Seshadri Chari's party is what is being suggested. Political suicide.
Not at all. I don't think in any case. PDP has done business with BJP. NC has also done business with BJP.
But this is a BJP under Narendra Modi and Amit Shah,
the BJP,
who have been known to swallow allies.
No, the BJP is a responsible party.
You will give them the respect they deserve.
However much we may wish to swallow an ally, it is all ultimately decided by the people of that particular state.
Okay.
Be it Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka or Jammu and Kashmir.
Sanjay
Therefore,
Kaul,
we cannot decide all these things.
Sanjay Kaul, will you go along with the PDP, a party which not too long ago you all said was a party which was sympathetic of terrorists and militants? Will you go along just to stay in power with a party like the PDP?
Well, there are two ways to look at it. One is that, when you go into elections and you get a mandate, the idea is to form a government, not to not form a government. And so that is one. The other is, of course, that you don't form a government for the sake of forming a government. You need, you want to form a government because you want to execute the ideas that you have for development or progress, or on fundamental issues of ideological balance.
You're not answering my question. You call the PDP a party of terrorists and militants, a party which was sympathetic, a party which was sympathetic towards militants, who was sympathetic towards surrendered militants. You've even used words like anti-national towards PDP leaders. Are you ready to tie up with the PDP, yes or no?
You will be kind enough to give me a little more space than yes or no, because I was trying to answer that question, and I was trying to say that the second aspect is that there has to be ideological understanding, and that if we are going to be at loggerheads on some fundamental issues, obviously it's not going to be a comfortable relationship, and the idea is to form a government that lasts, not a government for the sake of forming a government. So obviously on the fundamentals that we have to agree on, without an agreement or without an understanding, there's going to be difficulty. So I mean, you have to keep these two things in mind before any progress can be made.
That's interesting because whenever politicians don't want to answer direct questions, you don't want to say yes or no. I take it that this is a troubled, this is a difficult position that all political parties have been put in Jammu and Kashmir by the voter. Sanjay Jha, the Congress on the other hand, seemed more than desperate to tie up with the PDP. It almost seemed that this is the only Christmas present you can get. Before 25th of December, let's become part of this Jammu and Kashmir government. Let's be clear, is the Congress desperate to form a government in Jammu and Kashmir? You are ready to do anything to get that government with PDP going?
Now, let me answer you with an emphatic no. Firstly, I think we all know that this is a great day for democracy, that in Kashmir we have had a fantastic election, and I think interesting fragmented and fractured verdict, which goes to tell you that, even if BJP is in second position, what stands out is all the 25 seats have been won only in Jammu. So, I mean, whether we have a coalition with different partners, all permutation combinations are at the moment definitely probable, but it's going to be PDP's call. I mean, we have 12 seats. We have not done as well as last time, but we have not done as badly as many people had been predicting. So we got 12 seats. We may be a player, but that's a call that the PDP will have to take. And after the PDP, it's probably BJP's call. And obviously with BJP, we have nothing to do, nothing at all to do.
Let's get this clear. Let's get this clear. I want to take the point that Gohar Gilani has made on the program, that it will be suicide for the PDP to tie up with the BJP. The flip side would be, it will be suicide for the BJP also to tie up with the People's Democratic Party. The BJP has got its mandate in Jammu. Let's be clear. This vote has been Hindu Jammu in a way and Muslim Kashmir. That's the danger of this vote. Let's not underestimate that danger. Do you believe it's possible for these two parties, or it's an opportunity for these two parties maybe to bridge that divide? Or will it only widen the divide if the BJP and the PDP form a government? Will it be political suicide or is it a political opportunity?
I think it will widen the divide.
It will widen the divide.
It will widen the divide. You also need to look into how the state unit of the BJP functions. At the end of the day, the vote that they have got today is A, on the anti-incumbency factor, B, on communal division, 3, in the name of Modi. So there's nothing that the state unit of the BJP has contributed.
But Mr. Modi
no,
and
if you
Mufti
look
Mohammad
at,
Saeed
I just
can
like
come
to
together. Mr. Modi and Mufti Mohammad Saeed can come together. What is the harm? They are both senior leaders.
Modi is not going to run the state government, part of the coalition government from there. There is a certain group of people from within the state, those who have been chosen, those who have been elected, who are going to run. But if you go back to the 2008 elections,
yes,
I mean, which was prior to this, was the best score of the BJP with 11 legislators. Within 2 years, 8 of them were charged of corruption charges and of cross-voting. So this is the entire...
I take that, but I want to understand. I want to understand what is this political suicide. Please amplify. What is the political suicide for the PDP if it ties up with the BJP?
What I mean is, like, you have to look at in a particular context, and the context is that the people of Kashmir voted in large numbers just to thwart the threat which BJP's Mission 44 Plus posed. And while the PDP have gone to the voters saying that we will bring self-rule, we will repeal AFSPA, we will not allow anybody to play with the Article 370.
So you're saying the differences are too sharp.
Yeah,
but I want to know, are you also saying that a Muslim majority region cannot accept a Hindu party? Is that what you're saying?
There has also been a debate on that, because when the BJP said that we want to install, not appoint, but install a Hindu chief minister, and that created a lot of debate. And I think it will be also on part of PDP has to do a lot of rethinking, because that people of Kashmir would find it very insulting if they would ally with fraudulent allies with the BJP.
You know, well, let's be clear. It almost seems as if the people of Kashmir are saying that the BJP is pariah to us, or at least Gohar Gilani is saying people do not want the BJP to be in the valley.
It doesn't matter what we say here.
Yes.
All that you have to do is all that you have to do is all Gilani Saab, you are listening to what Muzaffar Beg said. All that you have to do is ask all these questions and repeat that interview of Muzaffar Beg.
Yes.
He has answered all these questions.
I want to know